loyalty to we sweet mama salute. Now we all come together as well for tomorrow. Now we go make salute.
Yes, family, welcome back to yet another very important program we can through the Talking Points platform. My name is Mohamed Kagbo, and today na the sorry about that. Family, welcome back to yet another very important program we can through the Talking Points platform. My name is Mohamed Kagbo, and today na the 14th of December 2021. In the program, we get two main items where we get for can deliberate on. Una say we get the opportunity for send a text one. The first one first, Sierra Leone police don't arrest Diana Konomani, Femi Claudius Cole, and Karamoko Kabara. And also the APC presidential aspirant, Dr. Samura, do appear today for the first time in court on corruption charges, and all this and more. Una feel free for share this. We'll come for analyze better, and just a moment we can quickly analyze better.
Talking Point platform for news every day. Now we country alone for education, entertainment, political affairs, TV. We got enough Tanga one inside Sierra Leone, like a big quantity. We breeze not a shit TV.
So family, welcome back to yet very interesting segments. Now we take first the first thing where they make rounds on the social media. We all know say there is a serious controversy when it comes to the midterm census, where the president declare, where right now as we talk, the midterm census they go on. The government put on statements and give reasons then why they fit say a very, very important for let the midterm census take place. But unfortunately, the opposition completely disagree. According to the opposition, they say this is illegal and that the government gets hidden agenda, the reason why then they go along with this midterm census. And they also say that their supporters are not for take part. And again, they further allege say the midterm census illegal. We don't get anything like that in the constitution. As you know, the state of affairs all day, the government in power can get always influence over the police. And that makes sometimes where people and they blame police. I mean, for blame the police, easy. But if you check the structure of the police, now the country, they know say the police are not got no choice but to obey and obey the command. Because the vice president of the Republic of Salone, now the chairman of the board of the police. So, I mean, the police, they're under the executive arm of government. So now the executive, they control the police. Most of the blame, they say the police for be professional. We leaders, they allow let the police and be professional at all. So now what will happen? Because the census don't become a bone now throat for the government, a lot of people and don't they voice out say, yes, we're not denying the census not for take place. But right now, Sierra Leone they get more pressing issues than counting need. People they need water, people they need food, people they need jobs. Okay, the argument with them put, they say the census will create jobs. We're not look at temporary jobs, we are looking for permanent jobs. So the opposition, they strongly not support the government. And for me, as a responsible government, what I be one for make government we do, and for don't listen, rather than for just use the strength of being in governance. Like what's happening now, so we see of recent time, the World Bank withdrew from the sponsorship and even the technical training of the statistics staff there for make them carry on the work. And what's in government do? Government put $5 million out of we small reserve just because they want to say if they say something if it will happen. Now, there are opposition leaders there who they can talk about where then tell them people and clearly say, they not for support the census. So police began to arrest them. So they arrest Diana Konomani, Femi Claudius Cole, and Karamo Kaba, and then detain them at the CID. Now, Femi Claudius Cole, he arrest come where along with Diana Konomani, where they invite them the CID. But if you check, Femi Claudius Cole no get invitation, but at the end of the day, he spend in nights na CID, where according to other people and we understand but law enough for supposed to be so. Now, again, we don't see many instances where the country they move from a very deplorable state, and this is very dangerous in a democracy. It's dangerous for we they see where somebody talk, it don't become a problem in the country. Yes, the 1965 Public Order Act, Part 5, was repealed by the government of Sierra Leone by President Bio, where people can be then praise them for. But even as that, we see say people freedom of speech don't they go down the drain. Now these are very strong political leaders in the country. There. Now if you check Femi Claudius Cole, in arguments now from the 98 points on, where they say, look, me say I know they take part by the census, and anybody where they support me not for take part by the census. I mean, count me, not count me, not for count palava. But now it don't become an issue. Me, I feel say the government, President Bio, they make a lot of mistake. The people who they surround or self for take the personal responsibility. If the country move from this point to another point where I mean it will be dangerous, we not go on that. The international community spend billions of dollars for we get peace and stability in the country. Now we see that small peace, that peace what we enjoy, that peace what we get. We're not gonna, but that peace at least we don't help for let people understand. Say Salon, a country where they can rebound, but small we see they go down the drain. This is very dangerous. As a government, I feel say the responsibility of the government for firm convergence, for firm common ground. The opposition is not an enemy to the states. The opposition are part of government. The opposition are somebody where government for firm way for work together, because the opposition are also a government in waiting. But if we see most of the decision of the present government, they're not even involved. They're not even when a national issues they're not even involved the opposition, which is very dangerous. And this they breed a very tense situation. I feel say President Bio not smart enough. Because any smart leader, I will put this one bluntly, any smart leader, he defend common ground for work with the enemy. If you even check the ex-president, he work with people who oppose her, enemies, people like Seri Kamalem and others will be challenger. But when he become a president, you work with him, party members, and even the opposition also, you turn to them, find a common ground. Now, so I feel say democracy for work. Of course, yes, we're not going to see eye to eye, because you in governance, you get your priority, you get your policies the way you want to continue with. Whilst the opposition, I mean, they always try for derail you. But again, in national issues, then, if for compromise, like the issue of this census from day one, where the presidency see the momentum not it. If we just back up, because I mean very soon we get, I mean we make census 2015. 5 years from now, less than 5 years from now, we'll get another one where I face the government for just forget about. But the talk where at the they say the government say President Bio say there we are anomalies. Not that there were problems, there were some UQ business in the previous census, so they want to try for corrector. How long we will continue for bring calm past history? Do me or do you, knock me or knock you? I mean, we for just move. Certain thing, I mean, it not just work with time. Look at the small resources we get at the country. Government pull $5 million American dollars, put up on census. Census were now one of the most unpopular census. I mean, let's be honest. It's not about being politically one-sided, but if you look, you ask the ordinary man as alone, believe me, majority, even some SL people, they do not support the census because, I mean, it don't make much. If not like country there, we're big, you go say, okay, all right. Now, approximately, even if we say 8 million, now 7 million, 7 points. But if we don't just run around figures, 8 million, the government don't get number. The government don't get number. That's it. Then we'll just continue at least maybe because I mean this it creates a very tense situation like how did now opposition leaders have been arrested and then they detain them, and I mean this not a just born good picking. So we just they open pray say the government take their time, and we said we invite one of the parliamentarian on Thursday. We will invite C4C parliamentarian, we in Sir Charles. You go kind of this program can explain to you what's in the view as a political party. On our joining at the program, on our carry from the parliamentarian SSF, we not then they help we for talk for the salon people. Now let me move on to the second one where they can talk about Dr. Samura. Dr. Samura finally don't appear in court for the first time since ACC charged her on 2 count charges. This it just had to more tense situation. First, we get this difference between the oppositions, not a one no more. The C4C or others, the APC, then they are against the census. This don't become a very strong issue, and the opposition leaders they don't arrest right in the day. And again, what we see ACC, if you like they enjoy the time this for let them just create serious tension at the country. Believe me, whoever is advising the president or SLPP, they are doing it at the expense of the ordinary person. No investor not in at the world where they go take it, add money, go invest in a country where they in political turmoil. You know they. So I mean, sometimes common sense. If I'm follow we are plan, not to foresee no alarm book, no book now just principles there, basic principles there where some people they don't do where like they're static sometimes. That make common sense, it can overcome even book sense. With people and back then 200 years back, they don't learn book, but then common sense they make them thrive, they live peacefully. Majority they do succeed in life because of common sense. If I apply common sense, one this tense environment and ACC they push again with another opposition, and this is the main opposition leader in the country on a trial. And this trial, a lot of people look at it politically motivated. Why? Because the people where currently where themselves according to Africanist press, Ali Kabadem, where under their own time, more than $3 million was sent for rehabilitate the Chansky building in New York. They're not bringing them to justice. I mean, this kind of selective justice, they born good picking. And I'm telling you, when the APC kind of power back, they say probably they will do the same big fool, okay, by probably revenge. I'm telling you, they go for revenge back. And this revenge will continue like the big fool where SL people they do so right now. Then just take a country go beyond back. Just the real we will progress will don't make, and this is very dangerous for we. So today, again, the charges were then levied against her. Now that Dr. Samura, they accuse her for 2 count charges. One, they say during in your time, it misappropriates the public funds of $2,560,000. This according to the ACC. Now, this money, when at $2,560,000 was meant, okay, for the construction of it was meant for the construction of the Chansky building in New York. And as we talk, that building they own a very dilapidated state, and even the neighbors they don't take salon government bona court. Say abroad they're not a joke, and the case still they go on. So, but Samura denying the allegation, it denies say involving any absolute corrupt issues, And according to her, you don't work in different places that we don't earn repetition. You don't work in World Bank, ECOWAS, other places them. You don't have minister of finance, financial secretary, and many others. According to her, now the first step is for somebody accuse her, for institution accuse her, where if it's say this now just a way for quelling him. But whatever the case is, me feel say the timing of this is not called for, because right now we consider in the states of sort of our balance. We don't know. We the shake. The shake. The peace what we use for the tranquility. We are in the quietness what we understand back then. We know they get it now. Now the freedom of speech, now the country, it don't reduce. Even some of the reason we see we active on social media, we talk with the point the fact because we know they are in the country, we are abroad. If na salon some of you be this, what they tool, even though na the tool, na fact to the present, it will for them be a problem for we. But we work for salon people. We whether when we go to salon, they never go try for arrest some of we or all we don't care. Not that the point. The point is salon not to one person get her. As a leader, you get for accept criticism, particularly when a constructive criticism. A good, because if you are surrounded by people, yes, men, people that will just listen to you, and people that will not question you, people that not give you or they afraid you, believe me, they make a big mistake. Because sometimes we as mortal man, them we make mistake, and we need somebody for look in our eyes and tell we say no, what they do say wrong. And if you don't get that person, they believe me, you don't go astray. And maybe now something like this idea happen at the current government. The government, it seems as if they're not listening to the people there. But not also President Bio say. President Bio say in government not listening in government. President Bio say in government are democratic government, and that the will of the people must be done, or he will listen to them. But we don't see many instances, even when it comes to flying overseas frequently. Of recent time, we see the president publicly say there's nothing anybody can do about it. Fly one, he can fly. You know what I mean? So if you are listening to the people, I mean, some of them concerned, they are, you give us, okay, now listen to people out of respect, because respect now reciprocal. When they ask we as leaders and respect to them, when I say for respect the ordinary person. Now the point is, salon, I feel say, be problem na salon for something. Not all everything now for go abroad for go big. Believe me, if we get a serious-minded leaders, then pay attention on the country. Even if you're not fly going to America or any side, England, UK for go big, believe me, if they are sincere for serve the people of the country, we will see changes. In 5 years don't do for change that country. 5 years, believe me, don't do for set the mark where prosperity for begin. But when sincerity not there in leadership, when if you say, when the majority of the people within our governance are selfish people for their own pockets and the family, this is not the point. This because of the inability for let them deliver the goods and services where them promise your citizens them, then they create an anarchy. Then they create a state wherein it'll be a sort of like a 10 states, like what it happened in the country. So right now, all man in our tank. Because today they arrest this, tomorrow they arrest this, tomorrow they arrest this, to this alcohol. I mean, this all it just make the country become tanga, because nobody not go take money can go the country where they in kind of situation there. So Fambulen, we tell now plenty thank you. Now then 2 items here we get for for present owner. On Thursday, hopefully we get a parliamentarian, see for the parliamentarian who will come. But they can also yeah, you can explain to me definitely the state of the country, the democracy, the midterm census, viewpoints. All right, let's take this text before we go. This will come from Mohamed Jallo. We say you are absolutely right, my brother. Thank you very much. So, my brothers and sisters, I tell you plenty. Thank you. On Thursday, we kaya with the parliamentarian of C4C, and they can tell you about census and the country and democratic condition right now. Until then, bye bye.
Talking point platform.